Welcome to Caricomp Insider, where high-tech facial recognition meets real-world intelligence.
A wireless carrier just launched a service that clones your voice and places calls from your real phone number. Not a research demo. Not a startup pitch deck. A live product running on T-Mobile's network right now. That means the old instinct, just call them back to make sure it's really them, doesn't work anymore. And this isn't only a problem for fraud investigators or bank compliance teams. If you've ever gotten a phone call from someone you love and trusted it was them because it sounded like them, this story is about you. A company called Really has rolled out an AI voice cloning assistant that operates at the carrier level. It can answer calls, make calls, and handle conversations, all in a cloned version of the subscriber's own voice, tied to their actual number. This isn't a third-party app spoofing caller ID. It's baked into the telecom infrastructure itself. So the question threading through everything today is simple. If a voice on the phone can't prove who's speaking, what can? Start with what the carrier actually controls. T-Mobile holds something called CPNI, Customer Proprietary Network Information. That's your call history, your calling patterns, your location data, your communication behavior. Really's service taps into that data exclusively for each subscriber, which means the clone doesn't just mimic a voice. It inherits the context around that voice, who you call, when you call, how you talk. That level of personalization used to require a nation-state budget. Now it ships as a feature, and the human ear can't keep up. According to research published through the National Institutes of Health, people mistook an AI-generated voice for the real person about 4 out of every 5 times. When asked directly whether a voice was synthetic, listeners only got it right about 60% of the time. That's barely better than flipping a coin. Separate analysis pegged the detection rate for high-quality clones even lower, around 1 in 4. 3 out of 4 times, the clone passes. Now, scale that up. An industry analysis covering 1.2 billion calls found deepfake voice activity jumped nearly 700% year over year. Roughly 1 out of every 127 calls to retail contact centers got flagged as fraudulent. Across all sectors, deepfake fraud attempts surged more than 1,300% in 2024 alone. We saw it in the U.S. elections, robocalls mimicking political figures. We saw it in finance, cloned executive voices authorizing wire transfers that no executive ever approved. And that was before a major carrier made cloning a built-in service. What makes carrier-level deployment different from every deepfake app that came before it is one word: friction. Or rather, the absence of it. Previously, an attacker had to gather voice samples, train a model, spoof a number, and hope the audio quality held up. When the carrier itself handles the cloning, the infrastructure already exists. The voice already sounds right. The number already checks out. For an investigator trying to build a chain of evidence, there's almost nothing left to grab onto. The call came from the real number. The voice matched. No forensic audio artifact sits on the other end waiting to be analyzed. The conversion happened in real time and vanished. For everyone else, it means the next call from your kid, your boss, your bank, sounding exactly like them, coming from their number, might not be them at all. To be fair, Really says it never bundles CPNI with personally identifiable information. The company says data leaving the device is encrypted end-to-end and processed inside a trusted execution environment. And legitimate uses do exist: a voice assistant that screens spam calls or handles scheduling in your own voice. The problem isn't the capability. It's verifiability at scale. Once cloned voice becomes normal, every bad actor inherits the same plausibility that legitimate users enjoy. The real shift isn't that voice cloning got better. It's that voice just lost its authority as proof of identity. And most of us, investigators included, haven't updated our habits to match. So the short version: a carrier now clones subscriber voices and routes calls from real numbers. Humans catch synthetic voices less than half the time. And call to confirm, the instinct we've all relied on, is no longer a reliable check. Going forward, identity verification has to layer multiple signals: facial comparison, device fingerprints, call metadata, behavioral patterns, because no single factor, especially not a voice, can carry the weight alone. Whether you investigate fraud for a living or you just answered a call from your mom last night without a second thought, the rules changed. The full story's in the description if you want the deep dive.
Now you know something most people in this industry don't. Use it. And when you're ready to put it to work, Caracomp.com. We'll see you tomorrow.